Hello everyone, so if you're on Mounjaro and this week has felt a little bit messy, a little bit uncertain, a little bit different, this is just the video for you. This is going to be my weekly update, what's actually changed this week, if at all, what hasn't, and then I'll answer a few of the questions that you've sent in, or I'll do my best to answer them. Not got many questions this week, but we'll give it our best shot, and that'll be coming up after the weekly update. First things first, let's give you a little bit of context. I am 71 pounds down and I have been on Mounjaro for nearly 7 months now. Currently take 5 milligrams and I take that every single Sunday without fail. And I always inject it into my belly. I've never tried legs, never tried arms, because frankly, I'm not brave enough because I think that would be horrific. So I do stick it in my little podgy belly. And just to be clear, I am not a medical professional. I've never been a medical professional, I never will be a medical professional, so this is purely what I've learned on my journey and I'm sharing it with you lot. Oh, and by the way, happy Saturday. I hope your tea's strong and your toast is buttered just right. So let's get straight into the weekly update today. So it's not been a bad week, it's not been an amazing week, but things have felt a little bit different, and that is mostly because of that thing that happened the other day. You know, that Christmas thing. It's not being in the same routine. It's having the temptations, the nice foods that I wouldn't normally eat, and certainly the carbs that I wouldn't normally not even touch. The temptation's been there, so it does make a difference. And I had a few days away in Liverpool in a hotel in between Christmas and New Year, so that makes a difference. Albeit I did manage to avoid a fried breakfast every day in the hotel. And that wasn't for the want of trying, that was because the queues were too big and I couldn't be bothered, so I bailed. So yeah, staying away, didn't feel like I went mental on food, but I certainly had stuff that perhaps I wouldn't normally have. But I'm not overly concerned by that just at the moment. What I will say is I haven't been to the gym now again this week. Yeah, it's not great, is it? But I do feel like I made healthy choices this week, and it's certainly not been as bad as previous Christmas, where I felt constantly full, constantly fat, and constantly sick because I've eaten too much. What I will say is my appetite has felt a little bit different in the last week or so, and it feels like the food noise is back a little bit, the appetite's back a little bit. I don't know whether that's like a self-perpetuating thing where you're eating more junky food that makes you want to eat more junky food, so then you eat junky food. Is that a thing, or am I just making that up? But that's how it's felt a little bit. Walked miles and miles when I was in Liverpool. Literally, I think one day I did 20,000 steps, so that's hopefully offset some of the damage. Right, so let's get down to the numbers. What happened with the scales this week? Well, I've got a new battery for the OG scales. So I'm back on the original scales that I've been using this entire Mounjaro journey. So that's great news. Weighed this morning, nothing happened. Exactly the same. Not up, not down, exactly the same. And am I happy about that? I think so. Yeah, I think I am. I know when I get back into the swing of things, when I go back to work properly on Monday, I'll be okay. It'll be fine. We don't need to do anything mad here. We don't need to do anything crazy. We're going to get back into our normal routine, and I'm going to lose that £5 that I put on over Christmas. So my current weight loss is still a £71 loss, and that is just under 7 months taking Mounjaro. So yeah, no massive changes, exactly the same as last week. But what I will say is I don't think that means the Mounjaro's not working for me, because it certainly felt different. I didn't feel as hungry as I normally would over Christmas. I'm certainly not going to be increasing my dose, and I'm certainly not going to try and fix the last few weeks. I'm just going to carry on as normal and doing all the right things and all the things that I know work. So yeah, we're all good. We're in a good place, and we're moving into January now, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm good. Right, so just a quick mention, if you are about to start Mounjaro, or you're already a little way into your journey, then subscribe to the channel, and all it means is that you're not doing this on your own. And there's plenty of information on my videos that are going to assist you every step of the way, because the chances are anything that you're about to go through, I've probably already documented it on a video anyway. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you've got any comments, just leave them down below. Right, we're going to get straight into the questions now, and I'll be 100% honest with you. I haven't had many this week, so we're going to fly through these ones today. If you do have a question for my weekly Saturday Q&A video, just leave it down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to bumble my way through an answer like I do every week. Right, so the first question, let's have a look, see what we got here then. So we've got XXL to large, and he is saying, do you feel colder than normal? I don't just mean today, but back in October, even when the weather was okay, I was having cold chills. Absolutely, 100%. I am so cold all the time. It's breaking me on a daily basis, and I've gone to bed some nights shivering. I've been that cold, and I don't know how slim people have ever coped with being slim and cold all the time, because it is horrific. It's not even that cold here at the moment. I think it's 4 or 5 degrees out, but I am shivering. It's got to the point, and this is a little bit embarrassing, but we're going to talk about it because we're open and honest. I've got one of those hoodies, and it's a big fleece hoodie now that comes down to sort of between your hips and your knees with a big fluffy hood. And I'm not going to put it on and film it because I'd hate for anyone to ever see that. But I've got one of those because I am cold all the time. It's horrible. I cannot wait for spring and I can start thawing out a little bit, but I 100% feel it. It's horrible. I know taking the medication, there is a side effect where you can get the chills and feel cold at times, but this is different level and it is breaking me. It's horrible. Get me somewhere warm now, please. Right, so the next question, I absolutely love this question. I find it really interesting. It's from Donna Weeks, J6D. When have people started to notice that something is different about you, and what sort of things have they said to you? I'm currently 4 months in using Mounjaro and 4 stone down. You've done amazing, Donna. Well done. People have just started to notice there's something different about me. 4 people have told me that my new haircut looks nice, even though I've not had a haircut or done anything different to it. Someone told me my new makeup makes me look younger, yet my makeup and routine haven't changed. Until this week, no one has commented on me losing weight, and I've gone from size 22 to size 14. Have you had a similar experience? And then she goes on to say, good luck to everyone on their journeys, enjoy your success. I haven't got a lot of hair, so certainly no one's ever mentioned my hair looks different. I don't wear makeup, so no one's ever mentioned my makeup routine has changed. It took about 3 stone, I think, before people started noticing the difference in me. And that was purely based on the fact that my clothes were hanging off me at that point. And I would go into work, I would go out, and I probably, certainly with work clothes, they were too big for me. And I was having to order new work clothes. It's all sort of corporate wear, it's branded with the company I work for. So it's probably not as easy to come by as it should be, and you do have to make a specific request to order it. Anyway, so I reckon I was about 3 stone in, and people started saying, "Are you losing weight? You're losing weight." And then, Donna, it got to the point, and I hate this so much. It's my pet hate on this entire journey. Oh, you've lost too much. You don't need to lose any more. And that really winds me up when people say that, because they don't know how I feel, they don't know what I look like, and they don't know all my little podgy bits and that sort of stuff. But what you got to do, Donna, take the compliments. People are starting to notice. You've done exceptionally well, so massive well done. And I think you haven't said how much more you've got to lose or what your go weight is, but certainly people are going to start noticing these differences more and more and more, and to just lap it up and enjoy it, because you've done really well and you deserve every success. So keep going. Right, so our last question today is from Derek E6221, and I've had a few questions off Derek in the past, and he's had a really, really rough time with side effects. And I do feel for you, Derek, because you've had it so rough. It's horrible, some of the situations you've been in by the looks of things. So after 2 consecutive weeks of feeling sick, diarrhea, sulfur burps, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and back to normal now, I really don't want to go through this for a 3rd week. Been taking 5 milligrams now for 3 months with no real side effects, but it's now getting a bit concerning. Type 2 diabetes is well controlled, has anyone else suffered this? And he's also mentioned that he's had no weight loss in 3 months. Derek, I really do feel for you. I'm struggling to find answers because, one, I'm not a medical professional, and two, I'd hate to tell you something that was wrong or ill-advised. I think you need to speak to your pharmacist or GP. I know you've mentioned in the past the sulfur burps, and we've talked about having smaller meals, trying to get a little bit of exercise and avoiding foods that are higher in sulfur. The diarrhea I've not had a huge amount of experience in at all, because I've kind of gone the other way with mine, as it's been well documented in my other video. If it's controlling your diabetes, then that needs to be your priority, doesn't it, surely? And if it's making you so ill, you just need to speak to your GP, your doctor, or your pharmacist, because I do worry for your overall sort of health. It can't be great for you, and you really have been struggling in parts, haven't you? And every time you send me a message, I do think, oh, you've really been through it. I know that's not much help, Derek. If anyone can help, Derek, just drop a comment down below. And I'll be honest, I haven't got the experience or knowledge to sort of share that with you. And I like I said earlier, I don't want to give you any wrong advice. So I do apologise, Derek. Right, so that is all the questions we've had this week. Like I said earlier, if you've got a question for Q&A, pop it down below in the comments, and I'll do my best at waffling my way through an answer for you and share some of the knowledge I've learned over the past 6-7 months taking this medication. So yeah, just summarise, it's been one of those weeks. Nothing really bad's happened, nothing really good's happened, just been sort of plodding along. Not every week needs to be dramatic, not every week needs to be, oh, I've lost 4 pound, oh, I've lost 6 pound. I'm cool with that. It doesn't need to be like that. We don't need to overreact in any way. We just need to carry on doing what we're doing. Sometimes it does get boring, sometimes that's how it works, and that's part and parcel of the journey. As you know, I had a plateau when I was 4 or 5 weeks at the same weight. Sometimes Mounjaro will be boring. It's not all going to be fireworks and drama every single week. Right, as I said earlier, if you would like to subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing. I do have memberships now as well, if you want to have a look at that, if that's something that would interest you in supporting the channel. If you can comment on the video and share and put notifications on and do that sort of stuff. I'll stick a few of my other videos on the screen for you to watch in a minute, and just give you the heads up, over the next couple of weeks as we start getting into January, I'm going to be sharing a lot more about starting the Mounjaro journey and things I would likely have changed if I was to start it again, and kind of stuff that's going to help you along the way if you're worried about messing it up as well, because we all started this journey once, and we all know there's certain worries that we all have when we start, be it actually taking the plunge and taking this medication, or just being able to put the needle in you. So yeah, keep an eye out over the next few weeks, because there'll be some really cool videos coming out, and hopefully, whether you're partway through your journey, nearly finishing your journey, or starting your journey, there'll be something for everyone. So thanks awfully for letting me spend a little bit of your Saturday morning. Enjoy your breakfast, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Thanks ever so much for watching now.